Hello fellow gurus, you're here with me Christina, and today on Kit Guru we are going to be looking at the Razer Kraken Kiddie Edition. Oh, wait, I mean the Edifier G2 2 USB gaming headset? All jokes aside, you can't help but recognise the influences here. This is available in black or pink for a mere $49.99. So let's dive in and see what claws this little kitty has. Don't forget to subscribe and pop that like button if you haven't already to keep up to date with the latest honest tech reviews. Packaging wise, it's a pretty basic experience, and that is to be expected really for such a low price, I think. Inside we have the headset itself, removable mic, foam pop shield, attachable ears, additional adhesive pad for the ears, and of course the manual. This thing is seriously light but also very plasticky. There are some metal grills on the cups which look pretty cool, and there is some RGB in there as well. I also like the rose gold edging here that is also metal. Moving up the headset we have the adjustable rail, all of which is plastic, including these rose gold fixings. As much as they look like they're metal, they're not. The headset material is made up of two types of plastic, one which is on the cups and is a smooth, shiny plastic. The other is a mattified, slightly textured plastic that runs along the headband. The headband underneath has a pleather material that houses the cushion underneath. It's strange though because it's almost kind of rubbery as it slightly sticks to my fingertips. The cushioning is not by any means memory foam, but there is an ample amount of it. The ear cups have a different texture to them again and feel far more like the pleather we are all used to. Very soft and supple with no sticky rubberized feel. Inside the cups we have a soft mesh with the letters L and R imprinted. Moving on to the side of the left cup we have that keyed entry for the removable mic. On the mic itself, it doesn't have the neatest connector here. It's a little rough around the edges, which is sad to see. But all the other edges on the headset are smooth, and that's a relief. The mic arm is really bendy though, and you can literally have it in any direction, so that's pretty good. Now, I love that the foam pop shield is pink, and that is so cool to me because I love pink so much. My whole setup is pink and I'm a massive girly girl. But remember, if you don't like pink, this does come in black too. But anyway, back to the point. The foam pop shield is disappointingly really hard to get onto the mic itself. The hole in the foam is like 2 sizes too small for the end of the mic to fit into, and it took a real good bit of fiddling around, initially at least, to get the thing on. While we're here, this is the mic test for you with the pop shield on, about 2 fingers width away from my mouth. So this is the Edifier G2 2 headset microphone test, and this is me speaking quite normally, this is me speaking quite loudly, this is me speaking quite quietly, this is some puzz and buzz and pup 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 t s s s t t. This is the background noise. This is me making some noise, so just doing some typing and things. And there we have it. I'm actually really impressed. It is a really clear sound, no distortion, hardly any plosives, if any at all. A huge win for Edifier here. I just want to touch on the attachable ears now, and it's a shame that they aren't like the Razer ears where they attach with these little straps, because sticky adhesive isn't ideal, especially if you decide you don't want them on anymore. It's going to leave residue and no one really wants that. However, they are really easy to fit, but because you can literally put them anywhere, it's a little fiddly to line them up perfectly. And don't forget, you do have spare adhesive pads too if you mess it up. So moving down from the headset, we have the cable. The material used here is a generic rubber. This rubber, though, usually is prone to scuffing and marks appearing on it. And actually, even out of the box, you can kind of see that this has started to happen here. It is extremely flexible though, and almost impossible to get tangled, but kinks do kind of linger and it never really goes back straight again. Moving down the cable, we come to the controller box. Here you can mute the mic, turn RGB on and off, as well as control the volume. The volume wheel is non-incremental and doesn't control the actual device you're connected to, which actually, I kind of really like, because you can set the different applications to your desired volume and just adjust your headset volume accordingly. The buttons on the controller are really well made, to be honest. I have experienced far worse controllers, and if you have followed my headset journey, you'll probably remember a few in the past that are guilty of having really dodgy boxes. There is also a red LED that lets you know the mic is on, and that turns off when the mic is muted. All in all, this gets a thumbs up from me. The cable ends in a standard USB 2, just in case you wanted to know that. So we have checked out the aesthetics. Let's have a chat about some of the features. We do have virtual 7.1 surround sound, which is a massive plus. Also, I cannot believe that we have software. Yes, can you believe it? On something so cheap. So I downloaded the software and here it is. Okay. So it wasn't anything to get overly excited about overall, but we have some volume controls, and on the next screen we have the mic volume, and also we have monitor, or better known as side tone. That is an amazing feature considering some higher ends don't even have it. So brilliant. I hate not being able to hear myself personally, because it makes you feel like you're going slightly deaf and you can't know if you're shouting or anything like that. And it's also a really big plus for those younger players or children, because let's face it, hopefully it will stop them shouting their heads off whilst gaming. So sound test wise, the cups are a little bit sound isolating, but not majorly. You can still hear the outside and the sound does escape a little bit too. When listening to music, you really can tell that the bass is a little less and the overall profile is concentrating on those mids and highs, which for FPS games and stuff like that, it isn't too bad, because it's the steps and the small details you want to concentrate on. It is a slight shame that the software isn't a bit better though, and included some sort of equalizer or something like that. That would have been amazing and made the whole experience so much better. The sound itself though is really clear, there's no distortion, and it goes really loud too. The monitoring is a little low in volume, even on full volume on the software, so you know, it would have been nice to have that a little bit louder. Next, I loaded up some Call of Duty as per usual, and to be honest, I was blown away by how well that Virtual 7.1 performed. It was really precise. I would say almost as good as my own Razer Krakens. So the sound itself was absolutely brilliant as well. The overall profile worked, as I suspected, really well with those FPS games. It prioritised footsteps and noises that you would be listening for to give away your enemy's position, while still managing to give an undistorted and realistic sound for gunfire and explosions. The bass was a little lacking though, but a small price to pay considering the cost of these G22s is so low. One other thing, when I was using these, my friends said on Discord they couldn't tell if I was using my usual Krakens or if I was using this in terms of mic quality, which is a big thumbs up. Comfort wise, even after 4 hours of gaming, I didn't experience any heat as such. My ears were a little moist, for love of a better word, but not sweaty. I also didn't experience any kind of pressure on the top or sides of my head. The headset doesn't fall off or slide around at all, and if you bend over or spin your head quickly to look at something, the headset doesn't fall off. The headset adjusts to quite a big size as well, and being able to go pretty small is really good because it should fit most head sizes. In conclusion, I really think that these are worth their price, and despite my initial apprehension due to being so cheap, I really think Edifier pulled off a decent gaming headset for a decent price. Okay, the build quality and the software and overall sound isn't as good as, say, Razer Krakens, but let's face it, if you're in the market for those, you wouldn't be in the market for these. And the Edifier G22s would be a great idea for a younger gamer or those with tight budgets that want something that looks cool and also does the job. In summary, they look cool, they sound great, the mic's even better. What more can you ask for a measly $49.99? Let us know down in the comments if you would buy these on a budget, or if not, what would you suggest instead? Don't forget to check out our merch down below, as well as hitting that sub and like button if you haven't already. And if you can't get enough, check out our website daily for tech news. I'm Christina, this is Kit Guru. See you next time.